Good day. My name is Jonathan Harkless. Stop waiting on the world to change. Change your world. Why do we spend such a large amount of time hoping that the world or the people that are in our world will change? Before people are willing to change, they have to be motivated to change. And what will motivate others in our world to change is the change or the growth that they see in us. The Bible says that we are to be renewed by the transforming of our minds. And that transforming of that renewal is to take place on a daily basis, to see things differently each day, not to base everything on the way things used to be or the way that it was, to be in the moment, to live differently, to think differently, to be, just to be the best you that you can be, to be the best husband, the best father, the best sister, the best wife, the best brother, the best friend, the best minister, the best that you can be. See, it's easy to have the desire to be like someone else, and I will say that is a great motivator. However, in being like someone else, aren't we just creating a carbon copy? When Elijah said to Elisha, ask what I can do for you before I am taken away. Well, Elisha didn't ask to be like him. He asked for a double portion, 2 times the amount. And Elijah's response was, you have asked for a hard thing. The person that he was asking for 2 times the amount of response was that it was a hard thing. It was hard and difficult because it was unfamiliar. See, change is unfamiliar. Though Elijah had a great attitude about what he wanted, but just having the attitude would not have benefited. Elijah would have poured the 2 times the Spirit on him, but without the action, it cannot manifest. Change requires action. Now, some of you may be asking, well, why do I need to change? My life is pretty solid right now. Things are going pretty good. But one thing that is certain about life is that change is inevitable. Nothing is immune to change. And we want to avoid being overwhelmed by life events and life cycles. See, being open to change allows us to be able to adapt to life events like jobs, deaths, unemployment, children, marriage, divorce, relocation, school. All of these things, all of these processes, all of these life cycles will require that we renew our minds. See, our approach to different life changes or life cycles, it has to be flexible and it has to be opportunistic. We all know the saying, when opportunity knocks. But what is opportunity? Opportunity is defined as an amount of time or a situation in which something can be done. So there's no one size fits all to every opportunity or every life circumstance that comes about. And an opportunity is a reason to grow. So when opportunity knocks and we open the door, are we going to be prepared to walk into that expanse of that time without fear, with confidence? Because in order to change, we must be optimistic. We must be, Helen Keller identifies optimistic as the faith that leads to achievement. Nothing can be done without hope and confidence. So when opportunity knocks, are we able to open the door with the hope and the confidence that I can do this, even if it requires that something about me changes? Change requires making a decision. The need to make decisions is prompted by any situation that requires change. And we cannot be afraid to make a decision to do something different to help us to grow. The need to make decision is prompted by any situation that requires change. We must be confident in making our decisions. I would ask you to make 3 lists. One of your strengths, one of your achievements, and one of the things you admire both about yourself. The things that you admire most about yourself. Now, I'm not asking you to make these lists to look at, but I'm asking you to make them to build upon so that you can use them as reference, so you can see your growth process. That is a motivator. Seeing your change is a motivator. Not waiting for someone to tell you that you've changed, but seeing them from yourself. Think positively about yourself. Remind yourself, even in the most difficult circumstances, even in the most challenging situation, that you are a unique, special, and valuable person, and that you deserve to feel good about yourself. Get others involved. Talk about your growth, your accomplishments, your dreams. Not brag about them, but talk about them with like-minded people. Surround yourself with like-minded people, people that also want to grow, people that also want to change. Gandhi said, be the change that you wish to see in the world. If you change yourself, you will change your world. If you change how you think, you will change how you feel, and you will change the action that you take. And the world around you will also change. Gandhi also said that as human beings, our greatest lies not so much in being able to remake the world as in being able to remake ourselves. It's a daily process. You get to choose your own thoughts, your own reactions, your own emotions, and pretty much everything. We don't have to freak out or overreact or react in a negative way. We choose to. And sometimes we're going to make mistakes. And we can't beat ourselves up over the mistakes that we make because all human beings are prone to make mistakes. We want to avoid falling into the habit of beating up ourselves over mistakes that we've made. Instead, we should be able to see clarity where we went wrong and then learn from it. I challenge you today to be what God has planted inside of you. To be the best you that you can be. The best husband, the best wife, the best brother, the best sister, the best friend, the best neighbor. To be the best that you can be, not competing against anyone, but just being what God has placed inside of you. And God is love. So I challenge you to love the Lord your God with all of your heart, with all of your mind, and with all of your soul. To love your neighbor as you would yourself. Oh yes, the Great Commission. Love allows you to be, allows you to discover the great you. Be true to yourself.